Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. My name is Colby Sharp. Welcome to my channel where we help kids fall madly in love with reading. I'm so excited to be chatting with you today. I got a new sweatshirt. Check it out, Freedom. They sent this to me and I'm totally digging it. It's super comfortable. Nice little hoodie here and totally feeling good in this sweatshirt. It's been a rough year for a lot of people, and I don't pretend that I know what it's been like for the people who have lost their jobs or have contracted COVID or have had their lives affected in many horrible ways because of this awful, awful, awful disease. Our family has been extremely lucky. We've had to give up some of our luxuries and some of the things we really enjoy doing, cancel vacations, kids missing out on events. But overall, we've been extremely healthy, and the checks continue to come in from our jobs, so we're thankful for that. So to everyone who's had a rough year, my heart goes out to you, and hang in there. Hopefully there will be light at the end of this dark tunnel very soon. I know that in years and times and days and weeks and moments that are hard, it's great to have books. And recording this Thanksgiving week 2020, I thought it would be a good opportunity to share 5 books that I'm thankful entered the world this year, 5 books that I'm thankful entered my heart, and hopefully the hearts of many others and the hearts of young readers across this land. The first book I want to talk about is Frederick Joseph's The Black Friend on Being a Better White Person. As a white person in this country, it has been an awfully interesting year with the murder of George Floyd, with the murder of Breonna Taylor, with the protesters and the movements that have been taking place. It has been a really important time for us to reflect on what it means to be white, on what we have done for 400 plus years in this country, and how we can become a better white person. And Frederick Joseph's book was extremely helpful to me. It was hard to read because you just realize some of the mistakes you've made in your life. It was also helpful to read because you can learn from them and learn from things you might not have realized. He's also a really, really great writer. I highly recommend this book. It's really important. It's actually a really entertaining read, which is weird because it's so hard to read, but he's just a really good writer and tells some fun stories. And I think that's going to hopefully get a lot of people to read this book. The Black Friend, highly recommended. Extremely thankful for this book. Next up, We Dream of Space by Erin Intrada Kelly. I read this advanced copy of this book early in the year, and I instantly thought, this could be honored by the Newbery Committee. It's so good. It's just so amazing. And now I've been reading it aloud to my 5th graders, and I'm getting a chance to revisit these characters. I'm getting a chance to be transported back to the space shuttle launch in 1986, and it's just amazing. Told from 3 characters, 3 siblings, twins, a boy and a girl twin, and then an older brother. And they're so different, and their family is so interesting, and it's just awesome. With the girl twin, his name is Bird, or goes by Bird, and I think she's just one of the coolest characters I've met. And she is so much fun. I love that this book takes us into the world of arcade gaming and kids who love arcades back in the 80s, and how that was how you got your video games in. And I just love this story, and I'm so thankful that I get to spend more time with the characters. I almost feel like it was a selfish read. Like I found a bunch of reasons why I would make a great read aloud. But to be honest, a big part of the reason I'm reading it aloud is because I just wanted to read it again, and I just wanted to see what kids thought. And it is every bit as amazing the second time around. So thankful for Erin Intrada Kelly's We Dream of Space. All right, next up, Kimberly Brubaker Bradley's Fighting Words. I did not know that it was possible to talk about sexual assault in a book written for 4th and 5th and 6th graders, but she found a way to do it, and she found a way to do it where it can help a lot of kids, it can help a lot of educators, it can help a lot of people, but at the same time where it is developmentally appropriate for young readers, and it's so good. And these characters are so powerful, and the story is unforgettable. One of those books where you will laugh, but you will also cry ugly tears. Fighting Words, one of the most important books of 2020, and I'm thankful that it exists and thankful that it's going to help so many people. two pretty good middle grades. Maybe we'll hear some Newberry buzz coming for them in the coming days. This one also could be, who knows. All 13, The Incredible Cave Rescue of the Thai Boys Soccer Team by Christina Suntornvat. If you follow my channel, if you watch my videos, thank you. But you've probably heard me go on and on and on about how much I love this book. The best middle grade nonfiction book I've ever read. I couldn't stop reading it. These boys were trapped in this cave, which many of you know the story. But even though we know the story, we don't know the story. And we just can't help but turn page after page after page after page. We can't help but feel like I felt claustrophobic reading this book. It's so good. It's so captivating. It's so suspenseful. It's so interesting. It's so darn good. And for that, I am so thankful. All 13, must read. The final book, I don't know if I've talked about this book on my channel, Woke, A Young Poet's Call to Justice by Mahogany Brown, Elizabeth Acevedo, Olivia Gatwood, illustrated by Theodore Taylor III, and forward by Jason Reynolds. There's a lot of things going on in this world when it comes to justice and social justice and the things that are going on with race in this country. And I think a lot of times kids don't really understand what's going on. They don't understand some of the terms. They're confused by it. They want to know more. And what better way to learn about it than through poetry? For example, one of the topics that I guess I definitely needed to understand more was intersectionality. And this poem here by Mahogany Brown and Olivia Gatwood called What is Intersection was helpful to me. And there's just a lot of great poems in here and a lot of ways for kids to take their understandings, deepen them, but also help them to begin to understand topics that are hard and difficult and confusing to them. Those are 5 books that I highly recommend, that I am extremely thankful for during this very, very hard and difficult and challenging year. I don't know what we would do without story. I don't know what we would do without books. I don't know where we would find knowledge if we didn't have the stories that amazing creators are making for us and our young readers. My name is Colby Sharp. Thank you so much for tuning in.